We're back with some World War II scenario gameplay. Jumping right in just to show you the scenario. We are playing as Italy in World War II, defending our homeland. I wanted to choose Italy because it might be more difficult. Interesting color choice. We have a lot of support from the Germans. They have quite a sizable country. We're holding quite a bit of land as well. That is a lot of units to defend from. I don't know if we can hold Sicily. Germany is flooding our country with units, as we see here. Most games, I do food focus for all of my cities. That is usually the way to go. I'm going to make a worker in like every city. Not even going to think about it that much. And I'm going to keep my stockpile of gold just to buy emergency units in cities if they're going to get taken over or whatever. Just looking here, my Air Force, I only got 2 planes. I'm going to put them both on Palermo and then bring all of my infantry units onto the hill tiles. Hill tiles actually give you 25% defense, so I'm going to keep that combat strength of the city as high as possible. As long as we do this along the coast, we should be a-okay. I'm probably going to try and sneak this artillery unit all the way into this Sicily. Sicily. Into that city down there. Why can't I think? I'm having too much fun. Yeah, this one has an armory, but no barracks. Interesting. I don't notice any other cities that have good buildings. We don't like those Marines. Athens will be fortified very well soon. And maybe just some more troops. Let's protect my capital of Rome. And you know what? Maybe let's just spy on what they're doing. I wonder what the AI is going to be doing. It is deity after all, so the amount of production and stuff is going to, well, surprise me. Germany has, once again, a lot of units. Let's see what they do. Wow, they just totally destroyed this infantry. Let's swap them out. And that person will heal. I think the most we have to worry about are these Marines. So attack the Marines, we fortify, and then, yep, we finished off that Marine. Awesome. It's about 4 movement, as you see there in the bottom left. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're kind of getting scattered. I'm still going to attack the tank. This infantry is going to get destroyed by bombardment or something. Germany's units are totally going to defend my land. Like, I don't think even the AI is going to... Oh, just like what happened on Sicily, we're going to do one of those unit swaps. Let's try and get some farms down. We have a really, really low food production in our capital, and we lost 1 population, which is not ideal. I probably should have bought a lighthouse. I'm going to do that now. Yeah, because now we're stagnating. We probably would have lost 1 population anyway. Ideology. Wow, Germany went order. America went autocracy. Yeah, let me join you, America. Let's level out the ideologies. We got some more reinforcements on the way. They will definitely help. Got some artillery that's going to be stationed in the city in just a moment. It's already time for the next turn. The infantry was able to hold, and we can kill that tank. I'm still going to keep them on the defensive. This unit's too weak to leave the city, just so that they can possibly get a shot on this Marine. Destroy that artillery unit. Speaking of, let me actually bring artillery and some infantry. Now that we got walls, I feel a little bit better. Let's just go for a worker to build some forts. Athens is being heavily attacked. I probably should send 1 or 2 units. If we can hold the shores, then there's no way they can do anything. Yeah, just deal damage to these Marines. I'm gonna bring this unit back and swap it out with a tank. Ranged attack. We're going to build a fort probably right here. Let's do that. Hopefully this tank won't die. I'm really afraid with how many units are surrounding it. Maybe I should retreat. Since it really is only 1 tile they're attacking from, I think I will just retreat. And I'm going to decide on building, I think just 1 fort there is okay. I would preferably have a fort like here, although I'll just do a farm or something. I like aqueducts too much, so I'm probably just going to go ahead with those. Workers improving the tiles. Let's get some more food from the sheep. Their air force hasn't done much to me yet. Their turn. They attacked Sicily again, but, you know, holding strong. And now my artillery is probably ready to go into here next turn. It'll have enough health to possibly survive on its own. Let's do some attack on these units approaching my other cities. Yeah. Interesting Roman great general Zhukov. Hopefully we can get this general to Athens in a reasonable amount of time. Let's see, 6 turns, 7-ish. Can we do like an airport in 4 turns here? And maybe I can buy an airport over here. I don't have enough money. How long would it take for me to build an airport? 8 turns? It's quicker just to send the general over the water. This is a little bit risky. Deal some damage to the infantry. We're going to heal. We're going to build a fort. 7 turns is a long time, but I think we can do it. They don't have a lot of combat strength in the water. Only the Marines do, so if they attack this tank, all these infantry units are going to take massive penalties. Let's take out that tank. These cities are really holding their own just fine. Naples, go for aqueducts. We like the aqueducts. I didn't realize this tile has a mine on it. Do you see where it says there? It has a mine. I don't know. This mod's confusing me. Not a lot of food around this city. Wait a minute. Franklin D. Roosevelt is making the Manhattan Project. Excuse me? Excuse me? In 1 turn, do they have... What kind of resources do they have? Wait a minute. Did I check if they have uranium? They do. They have uranium. I have got to do something. I've got to do something. I have an idea. Here we go. I'm going to take a bunch of my units. We're going to launch an invasion of our own. Take these units and do a big flanking attack all the way down and pillage this tile. Just pillage it. We need to get rid of it. I had no idea. Also, let's see. They got B-17s. This Marine, perfect. Probably just going to put them on intercept temporarily. Now we got artillery supporting here. And I'm going to send all these units to the American African base as soon as possible. If anything, I can try and launch a counterattack or just try something. Let's redirect this infantry with the rest of them. Here we go, turn 5. Let's see what happens. They're doing a lot of damage. I'll take out the tank and then we'll use the artillery to finish off this infantry. Perfect. Now we can make the salt better. A lot of farms. We like growth. That's all we really want. Working the gems. We do need some gold, so after we build some workshops, we'll definitely do some markets. I don't know how many units will be enough, but I'm gonna send 5. We got 1 artillery, 3 infantry, 1 tank. That's going to be tasked with taking down the uranium mine, our special operation. And wow, they're making an artist guild. So amazing. Britain is making an airport. Hopefully they don't have a navy that's blockading us or defending the ocean. Otherwise we might be a little screwed. But I hope in about 10 turns or so from now we'll solve our gold crisis. In a lot of these modded scenarios, there seems to be a economic issue all the time. Turn 7, we're on, because for some reason it starts at turn 800, so now we're on 807. Always just making sure that they're building docile things like a writer's guild. How great, they love their literature. If I worked this uranium for Germany, does that give us uranium? I hope it does. I can try to test it out if I do it with uranium or like say with the coal right here, because I just know my city can't work it, but as long as the tile is improved, we should get that resource. Our general's almost arriving. It is, well, now it's here. For some reason there's a mine on the deer. Interesting. More production the better, I guess. Some interesting improvement tiles. 1 more turn, we'll have that fort. Let's get a bank. We are about to solve our gold issue. We might just keep a couple of the units there to be a thorn in their side. Maybe a world wonder. Maybe like Sydney Opera House. That looks pretty good. We have finally landed. There's no one here, although now the Americans know we're here. To my knowledge, they have some range on their bombers, so they might start attacking my tank. Let's quickly get a bank in Athens. Some of these wonders are pretty good for us. East India Company, Ironworks, Pentagon maybe. But let's get that workboat so we can work that tile next turn. Yep, as I thought, they were going to bomb the infantry unit. So let's just fortify, or maybe I say we just rush to get rid of the uranium. Cargo ship seems alright. Yeah, Lost one infantry unit, unfortunately. Maybe we'll just keep the tank in the corner of the map. Let's retreat and keep these units on standby. They might attack with that battleship. Wow, that tank is even being attacked. If we lose that tank, we'll get one more oil to use on another unit, which is alright. Let's get rid of this battleship. And then the infantry. Their attack definitely failed. All cargo ships lead to Rome. Yep. That tank got completely carpet bombed. I'm gonna take this infantry and take it out of here immediately. I don't know how they're hitting it so much, but yeah, their B-17s are doing a little too much. I shouldn't be throwing away my units like this. It's okay. It's giving us more gold when we have less unit maintenance, right? Yeah, I'm afraid that infantry is not going to make it out either. But just looking at their cities, they're making airports as normal, making Broadway in 8 turns, kind of just wasting time. If anything, I should go on an attack. Maybe I should start making some units. Now that I have that one oil freed up, I can make a battleship. That can help out. Now that I have that one oil freed up, I can make a battleship. Ooh. Now this is a good wonder. I should probably build it after this hospital in my best city. I do have some other cities next to mountains, but they're not as good. And a factory would do Rome a lot of work. Yeah, that last infantry was definitely finished off. Kind of a failed operation. Lost 2 or so units, but I'm alright with it. Not too much has gone wrong, I feel. My cities are really fortified now. They're getting a lot stronger. Almost got a fort done here. I am having quite a lot of fun developing my country here because there's just so much work to do. All these cities are so underdeveloped and not connected or anything. I'm just not going to do anything. Take this artillery back to Italy. Just salvage what units we have left. We're burning through too many of them. Once again, we have to swap them out. We're almost done with the fort. Let's finish off that tank. Let's bring this tank up to defend. Now we got 2 generals here, really? I spent so long getting one general sent all the way over there. I need to send this one to Palermo without getting sniped. I plan on just keeping these 2 generals here until I get an airport between these 2 cities. That is going to be the plan. Yeah, those B-17s are just attacking my infantry quite a lot over here. My next promotion is definitely going to be like ranged defense or something. We are starting to get factories in a lot of our cities. I do have one idea, and that is to bring something like Mobile Sam right on Palermo, just to start shooting down their dumb bombers. Speaking of, I should have went to that uranium patch with a SAM. That's when I should have done that operation. I was way too scared that they were going to build a nuke so soon, because they haven't been building anything important for a long time. Like, Britain is still on Broadway. They're doing all these wonders. It doesn't really matter. It's only giving me more time to develop and to get stronger, which I'm not complaining about one bit. It says 2 of my intercepting fighters have shot down B-17s. They're doing some good work. Winston Churchill has completed Broadway. What an achievement. What are they working on next? I wonder. A battleship. Okay. And they're still doing their wonders for 20 turns. Okay. Well, I think for us, since one of our enemies are making some military units, we should definitely start doing some military production somewhat. We have a great economy, the best, in fact, despite our land. Maybe Italy was much better than I thought in this scenario. Maybe trying it as the Americans or British would be a much harder challenge. Because all I have to do is sit here, defend my land, and then build up until, well, until I have too much for my enemy to bear. I'm going to get a monument in some of these cities because then they can start growing their tiles and naturally get some of these resources nearby. Maybe even Palermo can get a monument and get that 5 more oil. Then we'll make a bunch of battleships and win the game. Rome is at 19, almost 20 population. We have 60 production. I think it's about time we switch to something toward military. Let's boost the production even more, all the way up to about 70. Now we can make a wonder in 9 turns. Let's go. Milan is also doing great. It's at 11 population. When we do production focus, it's up to 40 production. So I'm gonna rush that hospital. An enemy has been spotted near Athens. Probably just the artillery and this battleship that keeps hitting this Roman infantry. Oh, I don't know how I didn't notice this before, but we have 2 uranium. So I think it's time for us to drop a nuke on our enemy. Work in the mines. I wonder if they yearn for the mines. I'm also trying to work this very small population city to get an incredible amount of production. I'm not trying to care about growth too much. I will just for a little bit, but I've been doing a lot of production focused buildings in that city. So you notice like the 4-pop city has more production than Athens. Although I'm sure if I do production focus, wow, it still is pretty bad compared to the others. Let's get that monument so we can expand our borders a little bit more. Just like you see here, we're gonna get this in 3 turns and then we'll work it. 33 defense to ranged or another 15%. Well, considering if we get drill 3, then after that it will be blitz or march, which I like march. Although cover might be the better option here. I'm gonna go drill 3 just because. Now Britain is making a carrier, which is worrying. They might be planning on carrying an air force somewhere or doing something. Although I shouldn't have to worry about it too much. I'm making a really strong country here. Just as a little check of the demographics, I'm making 390 hammers, almost 500 food, 250 gold, doing kind of alright. It's been 30 turns, so not too bad in 30 turns if you ask me. And I got a free social policy in a scenario where policies are off. Although I'm sure the best one to get would be maybe one of these. No. What would be the best first social policy anywhere here? Yeah, naval combat in sight. This is all culture. Nah, 25% in my capital, so more gold. Although I'm sure the one movement and one sight for my naval units would be pretty good for this scenario. So we'll do that compared to any of these. I mean, wounded military units dealing more damage? Nah. That's a lot of gold, culture, and happiness per castle. And that's not that far away. I mean, one wall, one turn castle or whatever. That's not that far away for a lot of cities. We can make a lot of money off of that. Although what I'm going to start doing here is making things like SAM units. Oh, look at this. I was right. Their carrier is now holding their fighter group. So, and now they got 2 battleships. I think the way to go, we got a battleship of our own that's about to be made. I'm going to buy one maybe. Let's buy a submarine. Double promote. And it gets that 1 extra movement because of exploration. And we just got a great engineer, Henry Ford. Sorry, America. We got your engineers. Although I'm sure this engineer is going to be useful somewhere north. Or maybe closer in southern Italy. I'm considering just plopping it down right here. Just to have a really close, strong city with a lot of production. This city could use production. We're going to do naval units. I feel like as long as we have a navy that outclasses theirs, that's about all we need. Let's buy another sub. And then we can start attacking their city, doing whatever. Because we have enough fighters to do some basic interception. Took down their battleship with the city ranged attack. And I'm going to go for open terrain because that's probably where we'll be landing. Hey, look, atomic bombs are available, so that's going to be made in a few turns. Since we are going to make a couple atomic bombs, I think another goal would be to make a carrier. I'll do that in like this city here. And we got Prora, which gives us another free social policy. Wow, getting 3 more production in all of our coastal cities. Let's watch the demographics here. We have 441 hammers. We're going to do this. And we got another like 30 or so hammers because we got like 10 cities on the coast. So not too bad. Increase our production by almost like 10%. That's pretty huge. Spamming out subs. I think we're going to do a carrier in the capital in just a minute here. Everything is going toward military production now. Now we're taking down their battleship. Here we go. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. Working this oil is going to give us another 5 units. And so I think the best way to spend it is on battleships. We have bought the carrier. I'm going to name this aircraft carrier Giuseppe. We got Giuseppe, and it's going to hold 2 nukes. We're going to have as much armor plating on it as possible because I do not want my nukes to be sunk. Let's just put our nukes here to be ready. We're going to have that nuke next turn. Oh, they started attacking my mobile SAM in the water. Let's bring it to the island. Oh, we got another carrier just in case. We'll do more armor plating. Oh, I didn't name it anything. Okay, that's all right. We're going to put our 2 nukes on that. We're going to do some more battleships and then a destroyer. Our numbers are going up and up. It's been 40 turns and now we're at over 500, nearly 600 hammers. Attack that battleship. Doing all right. Let's see what they do. They ignore my submarine. And so I'm going to take this sub and take out that carrier. Use this. We're going to take out their battleship and I guess defend. We just crippled the British Navy. We're going to have about 3 more battleships ready next turn. Let's start getting some destroyers. And maybe some marines, unless we can do paratroopers. I think we can do some paratroopers because then we can send them over to Palermo and then from Palermo into Tunis. Alright, I won't drop the nukes yet. I'm going to keep the 2 carriers here just in case. Too bad you can't name the atomic bombs anything. Oh, my battleship was attacked by a B-17, but my fighters were luckily able to intercept. From here, we're going to do some more targeting and then attack there. Awesome. I'm going to give this one land unit attack just so that... Wow, that's going to do a lot more damage than 22, 32. I'm doing land promos on the rest. Oh, there was no barracks or anything. This is just a plain old destroyer. No promotions. We're getting some mobile SAMs on the ready. Here we go. We have a battleship, another one taken down. Let's see what they're making though. They're making another battleship in 2 turns, and then they're making a recycling center. Okay. They could make rocket artillery, but I might take the city before they even do that. And let's keep the city within range of nuclear bombing. So here, I'm going to position this carrier perfectly. Right about here. Ooh, wait, let's move it up 1. Let's let the turns go by. Wow. Well, that's a lot of units that popped up. That's a healthy military economy. I wonder if we have some units to attack with. We're going to get some coastal raider promotions. Let's escort a workboat to get some more oil. Give him some space. Oh, there's a carrier. Hello. Oh, mispositioned. Here we go. Just to make it a little bit more flashy, we're going to do the grand nuke drop. Get some space. Take this, America. You did this to my friends, and I'm going to do it back to you. No words. Let's do it again. Alright, next turn, our destroyer is going to take the city. Well, let's bring the health of the city down a little bit. All is lost. Save for honor. I trust you will be merciful in victory. Yeah, sure. Looks like the UK has all of their fighters in an aircraft carrier where I have 2 subs. So, what do the British do on their final last few turns? That artillery did 3 damage. It is time. We have the nukes ready. We're dropping 1. Bye-bye, Winston. Now that's a lot of damage. Let's do it again. 3, 2, 1. We have won the game. Demographics, compare your stats with mine. I have almost 700 hammers by the end, almost 500 gold, a massive population of 27 million. Very similar to what happened in the Stalingrad scenario where I went from those really small numbers up to the tens of millions. And just as a fun replay, let's watch the map. Look, it looks like the only things that changed were the borders. As you noticed, the borders just grew a little bit because I built monuments in those cities, but I didn't really need to. I won the scenario in about 47 turns. Probably could have done it quicker, but I just overpowered my enemy really quickly once I had my military industry rolling. But hey, that was fun. Until next time, I'll see you in the next scenario video.